We welcome you back to Pony Baseball at Gill Stadium on Manchester Public Television. Day 2. This time it features the Manchester Pony League Diamondbacks going up against an out-of-town rival, the Merrimack 14U Babe Ruth Dodgers. So they come to town, to the Queen City, to take on the Manchester Diamondbacks. Hello again, everybody. Here from Gill Stadium on Channel 16, I'm Zach Johnston. It's a pleasure to be with you to bring you coverage of Pony League Baseball here on Manchester Public Television. It's the Merrimack Dodgers and the Manchester Diamondbacks. Angel Perez gets the start. And this Diamondbacks team led by coaches Aiden McKelligan, who's not here, Liam Scott and Adam Jeffrey are here today. They have led them to the number 1 seed in the Pony League division. They have a bye in their playoffs, which starts this weekend. This team is good. They are missing a lot of their star players to travel ball this weekend, which is going to make this matchup a lot more interesting with this out-of-town rival that we don't know much about. We learned a lot about their organization we'll get into later, but we don't know how this team plays a lot. Couldn't get that. We don't know them. They're from Merrimack. So we'll see how this goes against a Diamondbacks team that's done a lot of winning, but missing some big pieces, but they still have some of their stars, one of them being Angel Perez, who gets to start on the mound. I coached Angel for 2 years at Manchester Little League with also some Manchester Little League alums on this team, which we love to see. But Angel pitching for Southside Baseball, middle school in Manchester. He also has a Southside teammate, Jared Linnaeus, who's the shortstop, and some other guys out there as well that will meet as the game starts. Dennis Murphy will be the home plate umpire, and on the bases will be John Trishani, and we'll get into the defensive alignments once the game begins. Leading off for the Dodgers from Merrimack will be Lucas Gagnon, who will do the pitching for them, as he's got a lot of warm-up pitches here for Angel Perez. But I talked about this yesterday. I say the team that has the cleanest outfield and the best catching performances will win the game. Base hits, singles are singles. Nothing can get by the outfield. It's a good throwdown by Joe Nee, who is the catcher for the Diamondbacks today. And here we go. Lucas Gagnon will be the leadoff hitter for the Merrimack Dodgers, and Angel Perez will see his first pitch coming. And he is ready to go. Ball is in play, and the game is underway. That first pitch is up high for ball 1. Jonil Maldonado's at third. Jared Linnaeus is the shortstop with Sonny Barrasso at second. Colin Ducharme plays first base. That one fouled away towards the right side. In the outfield, left to right, Amarius Alicias in left field with Jacob Barrasso in center. And Matt Carragher, you may remember him. He's a member of the Royals filling in for the Diamondbacks today. He's in right field. Here's the 1-1. On the ground to the second base side, it's Sonny Barrasso, who will make the routine out at first base. And that's how this game will start for Angel Perez and the Diamondbacks. We'd like to shout out the Merrimack bat boy, Justin Amano, Emond, my apologies, who is the little brother of Austin Emond, the Merrimack second baseman, and is also the son of Adam Emond, assistant coach for Merrimack. So shout out to the bat boy coming out and helping keeping the game move quick. Here's the 0-1 from Perez. Swing and a miss there from Will Martell, the catcher. Perez is a quick mover. On the ground, up the middle. Tough play for Jared. He can't get there. And it rolls into center field for a 1-out base hit. I've always remembered Angel as a quick-moving pitcher. And it's really being used to his advantage a lot more when you could throw hard strikes at this age level. He doesn't really come to a complete set. That one is going to hit off of the catcher and then off of the home plate umpire for ball 1, but that could have been a free base. Angel will step off, and we'll see. Look at the wind here. This wind, you can tell just by looking at the jerseys. Throw down to second is not in time, but a good one. And a stolen base for Will Martell. 1-0. Here's the pitch from Angel Perez. Swing and a miss. And this is Ben Wozniak, the first baseman for the Merrimack Dodgers. Perez fires. And that's low. Threatening with a 1-out walk here with a runner in scoring position is Ben Wozniak. Andrew Thompson, the third baseman, is on deck. Here's the pitch from Perez. And he walked him. He bounced it. Now the Dodgers are cooking here in the top of the first inning. If they can get out to an early lead on this Diamondbacks team, this is a team that's typically not playing from behind. 2 on and 1 out. Perez up and in for ball 1. I have a lot of connections to this game. That's a strike. As the 2 coaches for the Diamondbacks team have been baseball teammates of mine at some point. One currently. That's a swing and a miss from Thompson. And then I have kids that I've coached personally on the Diamondbacks team. 1-2. And that is strike 3. He went around. So 2 outs. And that's a big K there for Angel Perez. And here is Dylan Odell, center fielder. Son of league president Joe Odell, I'm assuming. That's a swing and a miss. That's another swing and miss, and it's 0-2. And Perez has him ahead. Oh-2 coming. Off the plate. Throw down at third. Ball's on the ground. He's safe. We saw, or I saw at least, hesitation from base umpire John Trishani because the ball came out on the tag from third baseman Joe Neil Maldonado. Odell strikes out swinging, and Perez gets out of the inning. Merrimack leaves 2 runners on base. No score. When we come back, we'll see the Diamondbacks up at bat in the bottom of the first inning. Ready to go for the bottom of the first here from Gill Stadium. 0-0 score after the Merrimack Dodgers left 2 on in the first inning. As Joe Nee, the leadoff hitter for the Diamondbacks, will get things going for us here in the bottom of the first inning. As Lucas Gagnon will do the pitching for the Merrimack Dodgers. And he'll face off against Diamondbacks catcher Joe Nee. We'll see if he swings at the first pitch. Oh, it hit him. He doesn't need to swing at it. He will take first base. So that did not take long. And it'll be Colin Ducharme who will dig into the batter's box with nobody out. Swing and a miss. Take a look at this Dodgers defense. Infield third to first with Andrew Thompson and Silas Durdanen, who played shortstop. Austin Emond is the second baseman with Ben Wozniak at first. Here's the 0-1 coming from Gagnon. Popped up. Playable. It is going to drop. So that is strike 2. In the outfield left to right, Nick Fluett with Dylan Odell in center and Caleb Belhumer in right field. And Will Martell behind the plate doing the catching for Lucas Gagnon. And we are going to have a quick stoppage. Looked like a rag that Will Martell had to control his sweat as he, oh man, it is very air conditioned and cool in the press box at Gill Stadium. So I am not aware of how hot it is out. It's only 82. Oh no, it's 95. Never mind. It is blistering out there. Let's stay hydrated today. That's a ground ball. That's going to get through. They'll tag out knee. It got away from the pitcher, and they were still able to get the lead runner out. So a nice heads-up play there by Austin Emond at second base. And here's Jared Linnaeus. He'll come up with 1 out. And on the fielder's choice, Ducharme will get to first. So they tagged out knee. When you throw your first pitch of your outing and you immediately give up a base runner, to just get that guy out later in the inning, making sure you're not having a colossal inning, as that's a taken free base there. Ducharme took off, and then the ball skipped. No throw by Martel. And the Diamondbacks can still score early with a line-ace base hit. And he takes a strike. That was a slower changeup looking pitch there from Gagnon. Line-ace usually would attack that pitch over the middle outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, Jared at bat. That will drop. Two balls and 1 strike. Coach Liam giving signs at third. This is awesome. Swing and a miss from Jared, and it's 2-2 on an inside pitch. I think he was giving him a sign, because he is like doing the old coach flapping my hands like, where's this kid going? He's got a good lead. It's Ducharme at second. He now takes off. The pitch is low. No throw. So Colin Ducharme will take third base. Jared Line-ace now in a full count. And anything into the outfield will undoubtedly score a run. Really anything in play. Ducharme, the base runner. He's at third with 1 out. Gagnon's pitch. Line-ace takes. Ball 4. He walks. Runners on the corners for Angel Perez. And Line-ace is going to take second. And the catcher is, did he call time before the runner went? I think I'm the only one that just noticed that Jared just took second. I wasn't sure if the ball was in play because the catcher had called timeout. The catcher needs water, which is fine. Keep the kid hydrated. It's a good thing. I'm the only one that's wondering, was the ball in play when he went? If not, Jared Line-ace just quickly takes second on a walk. So now it's second and third and 1 out. Normally, Jared would go to first base and then steal anyway, but you're at least making him have to steal the base. That's a big swing and miss from Angel for strike 1. He looked to put that one over the outfielders' heads and clear the bases, but all he's got to do is put the ball in play and give his team the lead. 1 strike coming from Lucas Gagnon, who has dug himself a deep hole. That's popped up. And that's what he needs, is a pop-up. If he can get a pop-up in the infield that can be caught, that would be huge for Lucas Gagnon to try to get out of this jam. Anything into the outfield could score 2. It will definitely score 1. Hard hit ball towards the middle of the infield. That'll score a run. Gagnon in a deep hole here, trying to keep this a 0-0 game. Perez will pop this up, but will go out of play, hitting right above us. And by us, I mean me and the camera, and the audio box, and the streaming setup. That's my crew today. 2 strikes on Angel Perez with Lucas Gagnon on the mound. 2 runners on in a 0-0 game in the first inning. Here's the pitch. He strikes out. He goes down swinging on an inside pitch, and Gagnon gets the K. A huge out for the Merrimack Dodgers. Jonil Maldonado could put all this to bed by ripping the first pitch here. He's going to come out swinging on anything competitive. He takes one too high. Lucas Gagnon, how about that? What a way to battle. He's got a chance to get out of a dangerous first inning. He gets a swing and miss. Martel's got to be careful. He's got to squeeze the 3rd strike. He can, all he has to do is throw it down to first base, but you'd rather just not worry about it and squeeze the ball. Here's the 1-1. Gagnon coming home. Ground ball, right back to him, and he can't make the play. The throw in time. They get out of the inning. What a battle from Lucas Gagnon, and this scoreboard is still 0-0. Both teams strand 2. We'll come back for the second inning, knot it up at 0-0. Silas Derdinen will lead off the top of the second inning. The Merrimack shortstop will look to get his team on the board first against Angel Perez, and the Diamondbacks, that one goes right over his head. Both teams had eventful first innings on both sides of the ball, but couldn't get any runs around as they both left 2 runners in scoring position. Both pitchers able to get out of their respective jams, in that being Lucas Gagnon and Angel Perez. 1 ball and 1 strike now to the batter, Derdinen. And will get away from the catcher, Joe Nee. You can always tell when it's a younger division because they don't know that the on-deck batter is supposed to get the foul balls that go behind the umpire. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And that's in there, and it's 2-2. Two from Perez. And that's going to drop, and the count runs full. Ground ball, left side. Coming on is Maldonado. Does he have enough time? No, and that's an infield single from Silas Derdinen. And that's a swing and miss from the new batter, Caleb Belmore. They got the out at first, throw down to third. Not in time. Apologies for the technical difficulties. But they got the out at first. Perez got into a little trouble, but they escaped the problem. But they still have a runner on third. Having a quick meeting on the mound. Must be to discuss Box. Maybe that was what they were discussing. 1 out, runner on third. Perez coming home. And that's a first pitch strike to Nick Fluett, the left fielder. Perez coming home. That will get away. Runner will stay at third. You would not want to give up the first run on a wild pitch. It would ruin a lot of momentum your team would have. Perez, here's the pitch. It's going to miss. Not a bad spot from Perez, just not enough plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Fluett will swing and miss, and it's 2-2. Perez just got to dominate the strike zone. Bottom of this Dodgers lineup. Can't afford to walk any of these guys with a runner on third. That's strike 3. He sets him down. And now there's 2 away. Here's the second baseman, Austin Emond. He plays second base. Runner on third and 2 outs. He swings and misses for strike 1. One strike here on Emond. Here's the pitch from Perez. And he gets another big swing and miss. Angel Perez has been shut down. He's got a chance to have the Dodgers leave another runner in scoring position. Tries to go with a off-speed pitch and doesn't get any of the strike zone. It's 1-2. Yeah, you don't want to hit him. Be up 0-2 and then hit the guy. Here's the pitch. I guess that just missed. It looked good. I thought they were going to ring him up on it. 2-2 now. Here's the pitch from Perez. That's strike 3. Got him looking. Another K from Perez. And he shuts down the Dodgers even with runners in scoring position. So now the Diamondbacks have a chance to, they have the first chance to be the first team to score. It'll be Sonny Barrasso and Jacob Barrasso due up when we come back for the bottom of the second. Back for the bottom of the second. Sonny Barrasso will lead things off for the Diamondbacks. First pitch will miss. Lucas Gagnon got himself in some trouble in the first and worked his way out of it. Got a chance to leave this game scoreless heading into the third. That is a strike. Sonny check swung, went around on a pitch that was a strike. Those ones, as a hitter, you feel almost like there's no way to win because the pitch was a strike and you didn't swing and you checked your swing and you went around. Here's the 1-1. That's a big swing and miss, and it's 1-2. Gagnon comes off the mound. A long distance, which you don't really see that very often. You typically see a pitcher stay around the mound area. He's way ahead here on Barrasso. Sonny has his brother on deck. Not the best pitch there from Gagnon. You can tell he's shaking his head. He's probably tried to throw an off-speed. 2-2. Here's the pitch. That's going to miss, and the count runs full. Sonny could battle his way to a walk or a base hit. Here's the pitch. He walks. The pitch skips, and Gagnon lost the leadoff hitter, and he gives up a walk. Jacob Barrasso now the batter. And he'll take one up. We'll see if the runner will take off to second. If the Diamondbacks coaching staff wants to take a stolen base, there he goes. The pitch bounced. And a really good base running decision by Sonny Barrasso to take off as soon as he saw the pitch ready to bounce. Two balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch to Jacob Barrasso. And that is also ball 3. He's going to get that take sign. Sonny takes off for third. Pitch is low. No throw. So Sonny will take third. Jacob on first. Diamondbacks threatening here in this inning. However, they left some runners in scoring position last inning. Here's Amarius Alicea. Nobody out. Runners on the corners. Hit him in the box, and it's a foul ball. It could have been a break, the break they needed, weak contact, if only didn't hit him in the box. They could have looked the runner back and then threw him out at first. Barrasso will take second. On the defensive indifference, the ball skips away from the catcher. Sonny stumbles down the line and will not try to take home. Yeah, you know, your first instinct should be when you're on the bases and you hesitate is to get to the closest base. Get to the closest base. And most of the time, it's the base that you're starting on. Get yourself back to the bag. Live to see another pitch. Don't want to test it, especially if you're hesitating. That's over the plate and a swing and miss for strike two. Deja vu here for the Diamondbacks, second and third. Here this inning. Matt Carragher, their fill-in, is on deck. He's a good hitter. And then Joe Nee. The Dodgers need this out here. They don't want to walk him and load the bases. He strikes him out. Alicea goes down swinging and a big strikeout for Gagnon. This is Matt Carragher. We'll remind you, we're going to have time here as, man, it is a hot day out. But the skies are beautiful. Another beautiful day here in the city. Let's just look at this great view we got here from Gill Stadium. As we're taking a quick break to hydrate our catcher here from Merrimack. Beautiful view of our city. And we'll come back here to Gill Stadium for this Pony League matchup here on Manchester Public Television. Second and third, one out. Matt Carragher at bat, and we'll take ball one. Now with one out, walking him wouldn't be the end of the world. The base is unoccupied. And you'll have a chance to turn a double play with the bases loaded. They're throwing over to third. Sonny coming home. Play at the plate. He's out. Lucas Gagnon with the pickoff move at third. And the throwdown from Thompson. Out number two. Heads up play from the Merrimack Dodgers. They still got a chance to drive in the run with Jacob now at third. That will miss. They need Carragher to come through here. They were set up golden again with second and third and nobody out. Gagnon has a chance to get them out of it again. Swing and a miss. And he's got the strike he needs, and it's 2-1. Two balls, one strike. Here it comes from Gagnon. And that's going to miss. Here's the 3-1. Carragher pops up. They need this play. Oh, and it popped out of the glove. He was so close. Now two strikes on Carragher. Will Martell could not catch that one cleanly. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Carragher, here's the pitch from Gagnon. Down the line, that's a foul ball. He missed it by a foot. Barely. He barely missed that. That was probably less than a foot. On a high and inside pitch that he was just fighting off, he nearly yanked it down the line for a go-ahead RBI single. Gagnon, can he get out of the inning? 2-2 coming. It's going to bounce, and the count is now full. Carragher looking to come through. Bases, a runner on third, full count. Ground ball, back to Gagnon, and he gets out of the inning again with a toss to first. How about that? This game is still tied. The Merrimack Dodgers coming through in the big moments. And the Diamondbacks leave more runners on base. We'll come back for the third inning. What a game. Jacob Lacasse, the Dodgers extra hitter, will lead things off here in the top of the third inning as the Merrimack Dodgers, led by starting pitcher Lucas Gagnon, have blanked the Manchester Diamondbacks with multiple scoring opportunities. That's a strike. And Angel Perez, who has dominated his way through the Dodgers lineup, now continues to toe the hill for the D-backs, and that's going to be ball one. The throw will get away from the pitcher. And there's a strike. 1-2. Perez in prime position here against this hitter. And he strikes him out. Another punch out. That one not really a punch out, but another K for Angel Perez. Striking out so many batters. One out here in the top of the third. Gagnon, who's been dealing for them on the mound, now takes strike one from Perez. The 0-1 will skip away from Joe Nee behind the plate. That's going to miss. Here it comes, Perez. Right over the plate, 2-2. Perez kicks and deals. On the ground. Right side, coming on is Barrasso. And they'll make the play. That is Matt Carragher, correction, who is now at second base. They made some defensive changes, but that was Matt Carragher on that play. Time called. Nee meets with Perez. Basically gotten the confirmation that Jacob Barrasso is still in center field. 2 outs. This is Will Martell. Angel looking for a 3-up, 3-down inning. They try a bunt, which goes foul. And I think, honestly, that bunt would have just gone right back to Angel. He can cover all that space. Angel is also a very good defensive pitcher now. Now the infield is in. Defending the bunt, but you doubt it's coming now with 2 outs. Martell can get a base hit, just put it over their heads. He tries to bunt again, and it goes foul. You would think if you're moving the infield in with 2 outs, the infield should be back with 2 outs. So you draw the infield in. That's why you would square bunt on 0-0. Now it's 0-2, and it's really hard for hitters to hit down 0-2 after having to bunt the first 2 pitches. Now, if I'm Diamondbacks, you want to play back now. No reason to still be in with 2 strikes. Nonetheless, this is recreational baseball. And here's the 1-2 pitch from Perez, and he strikes him out swinging. Another K for Angel Perez. A dominant performance so far from this kid. He has held the Merrimack Dodgers scoreless through 3 innings. And they'll get a chance to hit the Diamondbacks will when we come back here for the bottom of the third. Back to the top of the order, and Joe Nee up as the Diamondbacks look to get some offensive momentum going with ball 1. Coming to their leadoff hitter, Joe Nee. I'm Zach Johnston from Manchester Public Television. bringing you day 2 of Pony League Baseball at Gill Stadium. Two balls, no strikes to Joe Nee. Gagnon looking to put one over the plate here. He missed. (3-0) to that's a balk. Can't do that. I don't know what the call is. Now we're talking to the batter. Regardless, the count is still 3-0. Not a lot of walks given up by Gagnon, and he just did. Well, that was a strike. They called that a strike. That looked... See, I'm all the way up here. It's hard to tell. Nonetheless, now it's 3-1. And that is ball 4. So Nee takes the walk. The ball is live. It's behind Martell. Nee got hit to start the bottom of the first, and now he walks. Here is Ducharme. Off the plate. Gagnon has struggled in the early parts of the innings. He's allowed base runners, but he has not allowed any of them to score through the first 2 innings. Runner takes off for second. Pitch is down. And now on second base is Joe Nee after he walked. He is in scoring position for Colin Ducharme. That will get away from the catcher Martell. To third base goes Nee with nobody out. You gotta score here if you're the Diamondbacks. This has gotta be the big inning you need. Put your statement on this game. Ducharme way ahead. Strike over the plate. In a windy day here in Manchester. Sunday, June 22nd. 3 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. That's up, and that's ball 4. Now that was a 3-1 rather. Now it's ball 4. Jared Linez will come up. And Gagnon, 2 walks, will now pretty much result in second and third. And now manager coming out, Brian Gagnon, his dad, the dad of Lucas Gagnon. They aren't going to meet on the mound. They're going to meet in front of the mound. If they take the ball from him, this will most likely result in a pitching change. But it doesn't look like they're going to take the ball from him. So they're just having a chat. We'll see what they do now. Maybe they'll try to get the runner out at first because they have exploited the Diamondbacks base running by picking off Sonny Barrasso at third and getting the out, not allowing any runs to score that inning. So maybe they try and backpick it first. Ducharme's just going to take second. So never mind that. Linez the batter. They didn't even hesitate to take second. 1 ball, no strikes. Jared Linez at bat, nobody out. That's up. Gagnon not throwing strikes. Here comes the steal of home! Oh, and they got him! They tried the steal of home with Joe Nee, and he's out at the plate. Bang, bang play at home, 1 out. And the Diamondbacks may have ran into a wall again. Ducharme, the runner at third. Linez will foul this back, and it's 2-1. He's just got to put something in play, get a run on the board. Manager Liam Scott sending the runner. Could not get him to score. Joe Knee out on what was an attempted straight steal of home. 2 balls, 1 strike. Three and 1 now. They look good. They didn't get the call. Angel Perez on deck. So it won't get any easier for Merrimack in the batters they have to face. The 3-1 to line A's. Ball 4. Another walk from Gagnon. And he'll just take second. So 2 bases on that walk, and he kind of just accepted it. If I'm going to walk guys, they're going to take the base. They could have gotten it out there. There's no way that they would have immediately scored the run. That's a strike to Perez. Perez just got to put something on the right side of the field. 0-1. Can Gagnon get out of this jam again? Deja vu. That's a ball. I think Gagnon not throwing strikes is helping him. Because the Angels, correction, the Diamondbacks, just straight up aren't hitting. They have no hits. They haven't had any pitches to hit. Swing and a miss from Perez. He couldn't get the bat on it. And now Gagnon with a chance with 2 outs. Possibly, if he gets him out. The Diamondbacks to leave these guys on base again. Big pitch, the 2-2. Gagnon to Perez. Right under me. And the at-bat will continue. There will be a day where Kyle and I open up this window. We get a foul ball. We got a couple during the American Legion World Series, or the regionals, rather, that were here in Manchester, New Hampshire. And we have 2 balls up in our booth, which is cool. A fun reminder of a fun tournament that Kyle and I got to do together. 2-2 to Perez. Gagnon, here it is. It looked good. It broke right over the plate. Probably a little too high. And the count is 2-2. Says home plate umpire Dennis Murphy. Gagnon to Perez. And the count is full. Ducharme at third. Linez on second. They both walked. Full count. Perez pops up. They make the catch. 2 outs. And now it's up to Jonil Maldonado. If not, the Diamondbacks will have left runners on second and third again. Gagnon's first pitch is a strike, and he's back to throwing first pitch strikes. Every inning feels the same, and he's got to have a really high pitch count. But man, still one swing can just change the aspect of this whole game for the Diamondbacks. That'll break up high, and it's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Gagnon. Up the middle, and a base hit, and the Diamondbacks have broken this. Linez coming home, play at the plate, he's safe, and it gets behind the catcher, Martel. Taking second is Maldonado, and the Diamondbacks have broke it open in the bottom of the third. With 2 outs and running into the wall almost again with runners on scoring position, they get their first hit of the game. Jonil Maldonado, and it's 2-0 Manchester Diamondbacks. Sonny Barrasso looking to extend the inning. They now have a runner in scoring position, a chance to make it more. There's a ball. Gagnon cannot start walking guys now. He's got to just keep pounding the zone now that it's 2 outs, trying to get a ground out. Maldonado trying to take third. No throw. Maldonado with a big hit. Now he's on third. 2 outs. Sonny Barrasso at bat. He'll foul it back and a nice swing. One ball, 2 strikes. Another ball, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Three and 1. Barrasso will take ball 4. And Gagnon with another walk. And now time called. And this may be it for Lucas Gagnon. We'll follow manager Brian Gagnon out for another visit, and that will do it for Lucas. And they're calling on, I believe, Dylan Odell, the center fielder. They have not changed positions. So when we come back, pitcher will be warmed up and we'll be ready to continue the bottom of the 3rd inning. New pitcher, it's Dylan Odell, and the pitch will be ball 1. He'll come out from center field and take over for the Merrimack Dodgers. 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. 2 on, 2 out for Jacob Barrasso. That's a ball, and it's 2-0. Here it comes from Odell, and that's a strike. Two balls, no strikes. Dylan Odell on the mound, facing off against Jacob Barrasso with 2 runners on base. 3-1, that'll skip. Some of these pitchers, it's, it may be their first time throwing off a long distance mound. So it takes them a little bit to get used to the new distance. And you see a lot of balls skipping in front of the plate like that. They're not used to the distance. Windy day here at Gill Stadium. Bases loaded, 2 outs for Amarius Alisea, the Diamondbacks left fielder. He'll come up. Nowhere to put him. He's got to be smart. There's not been a lot of strikes. Carragher is on deck. One ball, no strikes to Alisea. Behind the runner, or behind the batter rather, Maldonado holding at third. Two balls, no strikes. Gets away from the catcher. Here comes Maldonado, and the play at the plate will not be made. They will hold Sonny at third. Martel couldn't get there quick enough. Dylan Odell with the wild pitch, and it's 3-0 now to Alisea. And that's ball 4. He walks. Here's Carragher. The inning will continue. Now at second base for the Diamondbacks. Bases are loaded. Throw over to third. They should try that at second with 2 outs. Jacob Barrasso has a huge lead. You get him out, it doesn't matter. Inning's over. I mean, the run can still score. Carragher looking to come through here. Popped up. They could get out of this. It's way up in the air, and it's dropped! Runner coming to score. He's safe. Could not be controlled there on the right side of the infield. The shortstop came all the way over. Durdanen sort of ran all the way across the field. The play could not be made. The inning will continue. It's 5-0, 2 outs now in the bottom of the third. They're back to the top of the lineup with Joe Nee. We'll take a strike. Could use a hit here. Score more runs. That'll go behind him. Runners will not advance. This wind, it actually hurts the speakers here. So we'll turn down our exterior mic for a little bit. 1-1. That'll miss. I don't like this. I'm turning it back on. I'll turn it a little lower. 2 balls, 1 strike. You got to hear the sounds of a baseball game. That'll miss. Third base unoccupied. So if Nee walks, the bases will be loaded for Colin Ducharme. Dylan Odell on the mound. That one hit into right field and will drop for a base hit. Corralled in right field. Here comes the run. He will score. And an RBI single from Joe Nee makes it 6-0. This inning will continue with 2 outs. Here he goes to second. And he'll take the base. It was a single. And he'll just take second base, so now it's basically like it was a double. Ducharme can bring him home. He will foul that right back. Here's the pitch. Away from the catcher, runner coming home. He will score. And another run coming home for the Diamondbacks. Nee was slowly walking down the baseline. We know how aggressive Liam Scott is. There's the third base coach. 7-0 the score here. The Diamondbacks lead here in the bottom of the third. They finally broke through thanks to Joniel Maldonado and have their big inning. Ground ball left side. Odell will make the play at first. The inning will end. The Diamondbacks put on 7 and have control of this one. With Angel Perez still on the mound, we'll come back for the top of the 4th. Top of the 4th, Ben Wozniak will lead off for the Dodgers as they get to hit. Back up against Angel Perez, who will throw the first pitch low for ball 1. It's been a while since the Diamondbacks were on defense after that big 7-run inning. They now lead, guess what, 7-0. Here's Perez coming with the 1-0. Wozniak, that's down. Now, just as long as Angel doesn't have any walks, the Diamondbacks should be in prime position to take this game. That's a big swing and miss. Throw that low, 3-1. I'm now just imagining how excited I am for the future of Manchester baseball with some of the guys on this team. Most of them will be going to Memorial High School, which is great for me. 3-1 from Angel. Fouled back, and the count runs full. Then you got a Memorial alum coaching this team in Adam Jeffrey, whom I played with. Memorial baseball. Wearing a Memorial Crusaders baseball shirt, if I can find him. I'll zoom in on him after this. Here's the 3-2 coming from Perez. Popped up out of play. And there's Adam and Liam, who coached this team together, alongside Aiden McKelligan, who is also a graduate from the Pony program here. And they have led this team to a very, very successful season. Love seeing that from these guys. Perez will lead this inning off with a walk as Wozniak will take the base. Time called from Knee. He'll meet with Angel on the mound. Just to have a quick discussion. Hasn't walked a lot of people. The future of Manchester baseball, we're looking at him here. Runner will take off for second. A free base for Wozniak. Angel didn't even look at him. Didn't make any attempt to hold him on. Yeah, why not? If you're the Dodgers, take some bases here. That's up. 2-0 from Perez. That's right there. 2 balls and 1 strike. Wozniak is picked off. Can they get him out at third? Jared's throw in time. What a play by Jared Linez at shortstop. And the great tag from Maldonado. Great work by that Diamondbacks infield to get the out at third. And now 1 out. And that's a strike. Full count. Or 2-2 rather. Here's the pitch from Perez. Strike 3, got him swinging. 2 outs. They had a runner on second, nobody out. Just like that. There are 2 outs. There's a pitch that misses. Swing and a miss. This is Dylan Odell, who is now on the mound. One ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Perez. Down the line and foul. I'd like to give a shout out to Frank Odell, who is currently watching this game. He is a United States Navy veteran, president of Salem Youth Baseball from 2001 to 2006. There's a strikeout there. Perez will end the inning. He won the state title for Salem Babe Ruth in 2004, and he hosted the Babe Ruth Regionals at Michelle Park in Salem, New Hampshire for the first and only time in 2005. Frank, if you are watching this, your son Joe and your grandson Dylan are very proud of you. They describe you as a true New Hampshire baseball legend. So we hope you're still tuning in. When we come back, it'll be time for the bottom of the 4th. It's 7-0 Diamondbacks. Thank you for tuning in here on Channel 16. Bottom of the 4th here from Gill Stadium. Jared Linez will be the leadoff batter for the Diamondbacks as Odell continues to pitch for the Merrimack Dodgers. 7-0 Diamondbacks. And a first pitch ball thrown to Jared Linez. Made a great throw from shortstop to gun the runner down at third. In the top half of this inning. That's a strike. As Lucas Gagnon has now gone behind the plate, relieving Will Martell of those duties. That's going to be a ball. No doubt about that one. Threw it kind of. This is when kids when they turn 13, 14. They're trying to throw off-speed pitches in games, and you should be, working on them outside of the game. But some of them will just grip the ball and try to throw. That's launched down the line and foul from Linnaeus. He had extra bases written all over that, but he couldn't put it in fair territory. But these pitchers, sometimes they step on the mound, and as a coach, I've seen this happen, and they're just trying to throw an off-speed pitch, not even working on it. They try to do it mid-game. That's what some of those wild pitches are. 2-2 to Linnaeus. Waits on it, swings and misses. 4 out number 1, and that's a big out from Odell. Linnaeus nearly hooked one down the line for extra bases. And here's Angel Perez. On the ground, left side. Dardanen's throw, not in time, and the speed of Angel Perez gives itself an infield single. And you almost got to think Liam Scott's going to give him that steal sign. Joe Neil Maldonado, who broke this thing open last inning, helped the Diamondbacks get to their big lead. He's back up again. We'll watch Angel over there at first. He is going to take off. He's picked off. Now they got him in a rundown. His slide was too short. No one's covering first. He will get back there safely. They had him picked off. He dove back to the bag. Didn't get to the bag at all. His slide was too short. And then the first baseman, Wozniak, ran him down. No one was covering. Perez gets back to first safely. Maldonado is up at bat. Now Angel goes. Pitch is high. Throw is not thrown. And he'll dive into second base safely this time. Breath of relief there. That one going to get away. Angel will take third. Gagnon couldn't stop that. Two balls, no strikes to Joe Neil Maldonado. Runner on third and 1 out. This could not be another pass ball. And they've learned that you throw over to third. At this age level, honestly, it works more because the base runners just don't expect it. Pitchers never do it. Maldonado will swing at a looping pitch there, and Perez about halfway down the line. We have already tried a straight steal of home. That's a ball as the hat is flying away from Gagnon, and time is called by the umpire, Dennis Murphy. But could you imagine if the pitcher has the ball, he's running for his hat, Angel takes off for home. It's a veteran umpire making a good call, making sure the ball is not in play. 2-2, full count. That's actually ball 4. So Maldonado will walk. The scoreboard was behind, and I was behind as well. 1 out for Sonny Barrasso. Maldonado will take second. He hasn't even left yet. I just know it's going to happen. There he goes. That one up in the air. This could be a double play. It's caught. Play at first. And he's doubled up. Inning over. No runs will score. Still 7-0 when we head to the top of the 5th inning. Bunt back, foul, as Angel Perez will remain on the mound for the Diamondbacks to start the top of the 5th inning. Silas Dardanen, the batter, on the bunt attempt will now be down 0-1. Trying to bunt down 7 runs is an interesting strategy. We'll see if it pays off. See if he squares again. Swings and misses. Sort of a slash bunt attempt there, and it's 0-2. Perez has been dealing. Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. 1 out. believe Carragher has taken over behind the plate. And there's a foul ball there from Caleb Bellamore. There is one out here in the top of the 5th inning. Whoa. That is a foul ball. Nearly hit him, and the ball went a long ways off the knob of the bat. If that just shows you how hard Angel Perez is throwing. Now it's 0-2. The pitch to Bellamore. That's going to miss. Coming up just a bit over the 90-minute mark here in this contest. That's over his head, and it's 2-2. One out for Perez. Can't afford to walk this guy. One out. The pitch from Perez is a ball, and the count will run full. Long at bat here from Bellamore. Windy, windy, windy day. The 3-2 from Perez. Fought off. And it'll roll out of play. Payoff pitch now from Angel Perez. And that is low for ball 4. So he will take a 1-out walk. And that will now bring up Nick Fluette. 1 out, Bellamore at first. Angel pitching from the windup. That's a balk. Didn't call it. That's a ball. They did call that. He's still throwing from the windup with a runner on. There we go. I think he's going to fix it now. There we go. 1 ball, no strikes. Bellamore at first. That's going to be ball 1. Ball 2, rather, and it's 2-0. Gets away from Carragher. Bellamore will take off to second on the pass ball. Diamondbacks up 7-0 here in the top of the 5th inning against the Merrimack Dodgers. That's a strike, and it's 3-1. That's strike 2. Angel has bounced all the way back. Here's the 3-2. Ball 4. No, strike 3. I couldn't tell what he called. It sounded like ball 4, and then the batter just walked away. So now there's 2 outs. My apologies. Here is Austin Amond. Throw over. They got him out. They got him. And that will end the inning. A great job by the Diamondbacks They get the out at second, and we'll head to the bottom of the fifth, still 7-0. Bottom of the fifth inning here for the Diamondbacks. New pitcher. Andrew Thompson takes over on the mound for the Dodgers. That's a foul ball from Jacob Barrasso. Bottom of the fifth, 7-0 Diamondbacks. And that's strike two. Bottom of the Diamondbacks lineup up here. Thompson been throwing strikes. It's 0-2. Here's the pitch to Barrasso. Will miss, 1-2. One, two. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out. And this will bring up Amarius Alicea. Holy cow. My apologies. Alicea will come up with one out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. 7-0 Diamondbacks. That's ball one from Thompson. It's hard to throw on a longer distance. It's also hard to throw on this mound, period. Alicea grounds this up the middle. Iman, can he make the play? No one can make the play. And he is on with one out. Thompson maybe could have fielded that ball. That is down the line, foul. Here's the 0-1 to Carragher. It's going to miss, and it's 1-1. One ball, one strike. Threw behind the runner. Alicea will take second. One out. 2 balls, 1 strike to Carragher. Two balls, 1 strike. Popped up. Dropped. Inning continues. And now we'll bring up Joe Nee with 1 out. One out for Joe Nee, 2 on. Foul ball. Thompson has been throwing strikes, but the defense is not assisting. Here's the 0-1. That's a ball. Runners will advance. Plays to first now with 1 out. 1 ball, 1 strike to Joe Nee. 7-0 Diamondbacks here from Pony Baseball Gill Stadium. I'm Zach Johnson on Manchester Public Television. It's been great to be here this weekend. And what is the final of 2 Pony games at Gill broadcasted. Or not just broadcasted, but at all this weekend. And that's ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. Here's Nee. That will miss. Don't want to load the bases. Colin Ducharme is on deck. Jared to follow. That one in the air, down the right field line, and that is going to roll all the way to the wall. Joe Need chugging around second. Runner will score. And that is a triple. Ducharme now up. This is a 9-0 game. That's a strike. One ball, no strikes. Ducharme the batter. That's outside. That's a bunt. That will go foul. Two balls. That's actually 1 and 2. Is what the plate umpire is saying. Here's the pitch. One out. Here's the pitch to Ducharme with knee at third. Inside. Actually, it hit him. So he'll take his base. Here is Jared. Runner goes. Jared takes. One out. Angel Perez is on deck. And they're going to take a quick mound visit. Diamondbacks have come out and shown why they are the top team in their respective league down the street, the Pony League. They lead this out of division, out of city Merrimack Dodgers team from their Babe Ruth League, 9-0. This has been a huge statement game for the Diamondbacks without some of their best players. They are still coming out, dominating 9-0. Great pitching performance from Angel Perez. Outfielders now getting back to their position. And this game will continue. One ball, one out. Jared Linez the batter. Andrew Thompson the pitcher. I think that meeting would have... They're trying to pick him off. Maybe what that meeting was. Jared will take strike one. Joe Knee at third after his triple. Ducharme on second. Jared fouls it back. It's 1-2. The 1-2 to Jared Linez. Here is the pitch. Popped up. Haven't had much success catching them today. It's another one that will drop. Jared will get another chance at it. Jared strikes out swinging. 2 outs. Now it's up to Angel. Swing and a miss from Angel. Strike 1. Angel rips this into left field, a base hit. Knee will score, and that will do it. The game will end with a 10-0 Mercy. They won't put it up on the scoreboard. Yes, they will. 10-0. Angel Perez, the star in this victory for the Manchester Pony League Diamondbacks over the Merrimack Babe Ruth Dodgers. Well, thank you for tuning in to Pony Weekend at Gill Stadium here on Manchester Public Television. From myself, Kyle Levy, and Steve Fossman, as well as Jason Cody, Brendan Cormick, and Joe Lahr from Manchester Public Television, I'd like to thank you for tuning into this weekend of baseball. I'm Zach Johnston. It's been a pleasure to be here from Gill Stadium. We saw the Reds take down the Royals and the Diamondbacks take down the Merrimack Dodgers. Congratulations to the Diamondbacks. They win. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time here on Channel 16. I'm Zach Johnston signing out.